What's going on, Need to Know family? Before we get into this new episode, we want to first shout out our friends over at Underdog Fantasy, man.
Yeah, them the homies over there. Listen, they have a deposit match of up to $100 using promo code NEED2KNOW.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed. And Ja Morant is back.
He's back. I heard he had a really good game, didn't he?
He did. 36 points?
His very first game, he had 36. He's had a ton of points since that very first game. But we want to make sure y'all check out every single Friday for my personal daily picks, okay? Make sure y'all download this app, Underdog Fantasy, because I've been running it up over there. Honestly, Alex, I'm not going to lie to you, I've been doing really well.
What about on Ja Morant? Do you feel like his return is going to affect the Grizzlies going forward? Right now, they're about, 6-19?
Yeah, they're about 6-19 now, but who knows whenever we put this out, they could be higher or lower. You never know.
Guys, just check out SaVon's story or our story because he's going to be, giving you guys a few tips. And please, listen to me. Listen to SaVon. Whatever he does, just do it. Please.
Copy, paste. Copy, paste.
I'm pretty good at this thing.
For real.
Yeah.
But I think Ja Morant, one thing I didn't like about Ja Morant was that he said he was keeping receipts for everyone. Man, no one had a problem with the way you played. Hey. We just didn't want to see you doing certain things.
Look, you've always been great.
Whether it's Ja, whether it's Steph, whether it's Tatum, whether it's my guy. One of the people I like to go to, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of this on the Need to Know podcast,
Reliable
Underdog Fantasy, Domantas Sabonis on the
is
Sacramento Kings. Before we get into this episode, please make sure you press pause, download the Underdog Fantasy app right now, and use promo code NEED to know for a 100% deposit match, okay? That is very, very important. Before we get into this episode, make sure y'all go ahead and do that because it is essential to not only your potential winnings, but to this podcast as well.
Let's get it. Thank you so much, Father, for forgiving us for all of our iniquities and sins.
This is how you gotta end the year off. The good brother, TD Jakes, take us home. Let's go!
Because, Father, you was there for us when we couldn't see ourselves.
In the highs and the lows.
Pierre, this your back.
Come on.
Because, Father, when my cousin neglected me, you did not.
Oh,
never.
That's a boy. What's going on? Need to Know podcast. We back in this bitch. It is the last episode of the fucking year.
We survived, guys. We survived.
That was the good brother TD Jakes. That was back in the day. I didn't even know he made music like that. See, I gotta get caught up to speed on what these people are doing.
Yeah,
professional life, personal life.
Absolutely.
We're gonna touch on that later, though. A little bit later.
Don't talk about touch me.
We're gonna see if he keeps his good brother title.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm not ready for that conversation. But I have something to ask you guys. Do you guys know what the Mandela Effect is?
Yeah.
I've learned this before and I forgot. Yeah.
Damn.
You guys don't know?
No, that's what I'm saying. I learned it before and I forgot. Yeah. Like, what is that again?
So silly.
It's like all of us remember one thing. Yeah. And then now we look at it and it's like, oh, it was never that. Like the show Sex in the City. We all remember it as Sex in the City, right? Yeah. But then if you look at the title now, it was always Sex and the City. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, when does this change? And everybody remembers the same. There's so many examples of it, but...
For me, it's the hypnotic drink.
What about it? What about it?
Y'all remember? Like,
no,
it's
spelled different,
remember
right? It's spelled different, like...
Oh, wait, what is it spelled as?
H-Y.
Yeah, it's H-Y.
Okay.
But... Fuck, see, Google doing the Mandela trick on me now. Now I can't find a difference.
I can't find it.
There was a big difference with hypnotic drink. Like, I think it wasn't a Q or a Y. I don't know.
It's like Fabulous.
Yeah.
Everybody spelled it. Well, Fabulous spells it Fabolous.
That's how it's spelled, Pierre.
Fabo.
No, that's how
Fabulous spells. That's what I'm saying.
That's how Fabulous spells it. That's
I remember.
I'm saying that's how he spells it.
But that's not a Mandela effect because he just put like a hip hop spin on Fabulous.
So how you spell Fabulous the real way?
It's with the U, nigga. Fabu.
I just found it.
U.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at me when I spell words correctly.
That's that long
I just found it, y'all.
All right, what is it?
Well, don't do that, Pierre. Watch yourself. We trying to be nice to you today.
My fault.
All right. So look, hypnotic. Do you guys remember it to be spelled HPNOTIQ? There wasn't a Y in hypnotic.
Wait, there's no Y in there?
That's what they're telling me right now.
Hypnotic was like slightly right before my time of drinking.
Right.
Like I caught the tail end of hypnotic. Y'all remember Nouveau?
Oh yeah,
I like so
that wasn't
I wasn't
pink.
buying. Yeah, I wasn't buying like hypnotic bottles. So I really wouldn't remember. Honestly, I really would.
You was really a Neo fan.
OD.
Neo and Trey Songz was the only niggas sipping on Nouveau.
Nah, I mean,
okay, wait.
I'll take it.
Okay, this is just like a classic example. So you know the Monopoly Man, like the board game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did he have like a little like
Top hat.
A monocle?
this thing? Yes. Did he have that?
Yeah, he had a monocle.
Of course.
No, he doesn't.
For real?
He literally doesn't.
They took
I
it
just
off.
lost it.
They just took it off. Niggas can't trick me.
No, but that like it's always been like that. He didn't have the monocle.
So what made you bring up the Mandela Effect?
Okay, sorry. So, but I mean, I don't know if it's gonna hit the same because you guys don't know what like aren't familiar, like really familiar with the Mandela Effect. But there's been this thing where you know Fruit of the Loom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pierre, don't answer because I already asked you this. But
Right.
Fruit of the Loom, the company, you know, with the little undershirts.
Yeah.
What does the logo look like?
A fruit
Bunch of
basket.
fruits. Yeah, it's like grapes.
A basket, right?
A basket of fruit.
Like the brown basket, like the woven basket, right?
Yeah, and it has some fruit in there, some grapes.
That was never there. The basket was never there.
What was it?
It was just a pile of fruit.
All right.
But now okay, yeah, you go.
Is it Mandela Effect or y'all niggas is just changing y'all mouth?
Sometimes they just rebrand and don't tell
No,
us.
but Fruit of the Loom has like played into this and been like, no, there was never a basket. They have like an infographic on their official website being like, this is the logo through the years and every decade. There was no basket. You guys are all crazy or whatever. And then the reason why I bring this up is because there's this lady on TikTok that went crazy and is like, I know you guys are lying to us. There was a basket.
Yeah.
So she went crazy and was like, even her therapist was like, yo, you need to like chill out. And then she found one day, she found a shirt with the logo and it had the basket on it. So she was like, all these corporations are lying to us.
Yeah.
So I bring this up because they say the Mandela Effect might be just some type of tool that, I don't know, corporations or the government uses to see how much they could trick us into thinking we forgot stuff. So if we could forget little things from our childhood, like certain like logos and how things are spelled, like like Jif, you know, the peanut butter?
Yeah.
People think it's Jiffy, but it was always Jif, like GIF.
Damn, that's
I mean
crazy.
JIF.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did they just switch that or
What?
whatever? And so then they're thinking like, if we could make you guys like question yourselves about this type of stuff, they could just make us forget about historical events, like, oh, that shit never happened. Oh, this president never like
Facts.
died like that. So I don't know. They might just be tricking us. So just stay woke, guys.
I don't need the government to help me forget the things I don't want to remember.
They do that
Like
enough.
I do a real good job on my own when I have
just forgetting
a bad
shit?
night.
You just be like
some
what?
trauma just happens. I know how to forget that shit. But like, so Fruit of the Loom, when you say that, I feel like they got to be a little sexist.
How?
Do they make panties?
Yeah, they make
I'm sure they
everything.
make panties.
everything.
They make
like cotton
undergarments.
panties, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I feel like they only make
Like undershirts?
I stopped wearing Fruit of the Looms when I stopped wearing like the tighty whities when I was a kid.
I knew you was about to say that.
That's the
Really?
only. Yeah.
I
Alex,
feel like Fruit of the Loom is just a very like neutral, like it's like a Hanes. It's like they just make everything.
But Hanes is like the sexy version of Fruit of the Loom. Like Fruit
is
of the
it?
Loom.
Oh, it's like the grown up.
Yeah.
You
version.
shouldn't. I don't think you should be wearing Fruit of the Loom past like 10
wait, SaVon, you would only see Fruit of the Loom
when I was on my tighty whitey.
on male
Male
undergarments.
products. Like I didn't know they made Fruit of the Loom panties.
Yeah, they definitely
They do?
Everybody got a number, man.
But literally, the company itself was like, no, there was never a basket with the fruit. And even Alex was just like, no, there was a basket. So we all remember the same thing. But they're like, no, like they officially was like, no, like there was never a basket. So they're just trying to trick us, guys.
Thank you for like reaffirming that, because knowing now that the Mandela Effect was actually self-implemented by companies makes me feel so much better.
That's what I
Because
I
you
think,
can't tell me what it was. Jiffy. There was a Jiffy.
Yeah, there was.
There was a Jiffy.
like JIFFY.
Yes.
Why?
Look,
Yeah.
Thank you for
But was
confirming
that
this
the
for me.
peanut butter?
yes, the peanut
Yeah,
butter.
the peanut-
JIF.
I remember the little brown basket.
yeah, they
Wanna know
definitely
how?
had a brown
Because the
basket.
brown basket used to fade off my teeth.
Yes, exactly.
When I washed it too many times, it was just a grape left. That's how I know that shit was there. You
yeah,
just can't fool me.
I'm with you, Alex.
Thank you
I'm
for
angry
reaffirming
now.
this. Thank you. That makes sense now.
Yeah, I just had to ask you guys what. Yeah, I'm trying to find the Jiffy one.
I think major corporations are probably the biggest things we should be afraid of. Honestly.
Yeah. Look,
I mean, there you go. Yeah, Jiffy right there. I niggas can't
it's
trick
always
me.
been JIF. They say. Well,
Yeah,
the government's
whatever.
trying to make us all forget. So
He's marketing
Yeah,
to me,
I'm
man.
not. The government is so weird because I don't. Well, I guess we kind of know the side that they fall on, but they. So everything is marketed to me. So I have a
Yeah,
friend.
for sure.
I have a friend who lives in Houston, and they're always like, "Hey, why don't you ever come to Houston? Like, I see you going to Miami, you go to LA, you go to Vegas."
Word.
And I'm like, because Houston doesn't have the best marketing.
Houston is lit.
I'm not saying it's not lit. I didn't say. I never said that.
I think it does have.
I didn't say
Beyonce.
that.
Hey, that's like you ever been on Instagram?
Yeah.
I think
they always be like the baddest women are all from Texas. All of them.
You know,
I'm trying to tell you that
there's something in the water over there. Like
that marketing sells itself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
I think they have.
Y'all don't always got to be horny.
I'm not horny. That leads me to my next point.
Okay. Oh, I'm not horny. Now you go throw it somewhere else. Where you go?
A lot of y'all maybe have seen our Joe episode by now. During that Joe episode, I was having a flu game.
No, literally.
And these are my Chicago starters.
Yeah, we are very impressed with Alex.
Yeah. To the right of me, I got Scottie Pippen with some money.
I'm not Scottie Pippen.
You don't want to be Pippen?
I'm not Scottie Pippen.
Why not?
Niggas never want to be a nigga teammate. Niggas never want to be a nigga teammate.
His name is tarnished, and I don't subscribe to anything that Scottie Pippen stands for in 2023.
Now you be Armstrong. Now you be Armstrong just for that. No, yo. Anyway.
Wait, who am I?
You Steve Kerr.
Is that good?
Yeah. Amazing.
No, okay, I'll take it.
He was pivotal.
Okay.
Right? And during that episode, it was just, I had a lot going on, man. I brought some Vicks to rub my back out, pause. Like I was having body
like mid-episode.
Yo, mid-episode. A lot of y'all didn't see that, because shout out to Pierre. But yeah, one thing I did realize in my little stint of being a little sick, your dick don't work.
Really?
I didn't have one horny thought.
What?
This entire time.
But then you wouldn't know if your dick works or not.
You have to explain
That's your
that.
mind.
I didn't even have an erection this entire time being sick. And it made me think about every time I was sick. And I was like, yo, when I'm sick, like all my horniness just turns off.
You didn't wake up with morning wood? Pause?
No, I always do.
But
a
this
week
time
straight,
you didn't?
nothing.
Wait, you guys wake up with that every single day?
Most days.
Most days.
Really?
Most days.
You should. If you're healthy, you should.
Most days.
Like when I'm stressed,
I didn't know it was every day.
Most
and that's
days.
how I know when I'm really stressed.
Damn.
Like when I'm really, really stressed out, I'm like, like I slap it. Wake up.
Like try to like.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, damn.
Like jump start
Wake
it.
up. Nigga, get out, like, because it's a mental thing at the end of the day.
Oh,
like, even
shit.
sex is a mental thing.
We about to get
It
your
is.
dick a social worker.
Nah, for real. Like,
That was funny. That was funny.
shit.
I know
Yo.
when I'm going through something mentally and I can't really get out of my own way, it affects you. It affects your whole body. Like,
No, it does.
and the dick is like the thing that I'm really conscious of because I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Like, we're going into the New Year's. I will be 30 in a few weeks.
Damn.
Salute, brother.
You
Are
get
you
what I'm saying?
excited?
Of course, yeah. I'm
Okay,
looking
or
forward
you're
to
like,
it.
oh shit.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
That's good.
Like,
That's
I know
good.
we
Yeah,
talk
30's
about
a great
Capricorn,
year,
but
yeah.
like, I read this thing, and Reggie, you tell me if I'm wrong because you're like our in-house astrologist.
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
But
that you guys age
Capricorns,
backward.
we get better with age.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. And even if I wasn't a Capricorn, I don't know what it's like to not be a Capricorn. But I feel like I would like look forward to getting older.
Yeah.
Because you just have a little bit more money, a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more resources. And so life seems to be a little bit more fun when you aren't getting it out the mud.
See, it's different. It's different when you kind of are aligning your life and you have a direction and a path. There's some people that's turning 30, it's scary for them because
they don't think they're like where they should be.
Right.
So that
Have
makes
they
them
done
even more
enough?
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad that my good brother feels that way.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what's up.
So just
Embracing
going
the
back
age.
to like, your thing with erections and shit.
Sure.
Like, I gotta really pay attention to that as I'm approaching 30. Like, for real.
Yeah. Next
It's a
time you
real
get
thing.
sick, really document if you get hard. I didn't have one hard moment.
One of the reasons that men wake up with, there's a lot of reasons of like men's bodies why they do that, but one of the reasons is because your hormones reset every 24 hours. So when you wake up in the morning, it's like boom, you're ready to go. Women, our hormones reset every 28 days. So y'all get a new chance every day, but us, we have to wait till like the end of the month. It's like it's some crazy shit.
Oh shit, you just schooled me.
Tough.
Yeah, so that's why when a woman be like feeling a certain way in the middle of the month, that's why we don't like we're in our middle of the cycle. So
Right.
But we
when
don't.
you guys refresh every day.
But men don't get as.
Huh?
Nah, I can't say this. Matter of fact, if this is a bad thing to say, we'll just bleep it out.
Just say it.
But men don't get as emotional as women do.
The
on the
new
period.
niggas?
I think so. No, I think so. Like men and women are just like so different. So I don't think that's like a wild thing to say.
Like, what's a man like on his period?
I have no idea.
Hey man.
I wish
Is
you
that a
guys
thing?
could know.
You gotta.
Hey, the
I'm
new
about to get
man,
us canceled.
the new man just watched their girl build a bed. So I don't know how to answer that.
I seen that.
You feel me? The new man watched their girl build a bed.
Wait,
while they just
I didn't
watch.
see that.
And put the car, do the engine work on the car.
There you go. They just watch these days.
I got a problem with Pierre.
Oh, here we go.
Oh shit.
Because we talking about, the bed, building shit and cars and everything. And we were supposed to record this episode a few days ago, but I ran into some troubles.
Yeah.
I was making my way to the studio. It was fucking freezing cold.
Brick.
It is December, yes.
So I'm one of those guys, like, I'm going to push everything to the limit, right? I'm going to push everything and everybody to the limit, including my car.
You know
that is crazy.
And so...
Yeah, he's a very man of extremes.
Yeah. I just got to see how far I could take you before, like, it's like, oh, wait, it broke. But my car, I filled the air up in all of my tires, and then my driver tire, so my front left tire, it has a slow leak, and it just keeps leaking.
The worst.
And for whatever reason, I just can't, like, I have to get a new tire at some point. But
got to, yeah.
That day in particular, I was on my way to the studio. I hit a pothole on my left side. Boom!
You wanted to curse, didn't you?
Are you one of those that's...
That's how it sounded.
Yeah, that's exactly how it sounds.
Like, it was just, it was fucked up. I knew exactly what happened. I immediately text all of y'all because I didn't want y'all to show up to the studio and then have to go home. I know everybody has a commute. Like, none of us live close to the studio. No. It's kind of a central location, and we all just kind of make it work. So as soon as I got the flat tire, I didn't even, like, call anybody. I didn't text. I called and text y'all. Hey, guys, go home. It's freezing out here.
It's crazy.
Like, I'm not going to make it. I don't give a fuck if a new tire just reappeared. Like, I'm not going to make it.
You're still going to be like,
mentally, I'm just not there. Like, I'm not coming into the studio.
I'm going to go home, yeah.
So I was talking to Pierre, and Pierre today, at the time of this recording, he goes, hey, man, like, I called you a few times the other day. Mind you, I'm trying to change a tire on the side of the LIE.
Exactly.
I am on
very
the
busy
road,
highway.
like,
very
it's
busy.
It's dark. Yeah. I have to manually hand jack my car up. Like, I'm fighting for my life on the side of the road, and Pierre is blowing up my phone.
Why? What
I'm like,
I'm gonna let him cook and I'll explain it.
Because I didn't understand it. First off, I'm like, maybe he's in help. Maybe he needed help.
He was checking up
on you. Because you calling the nigga like you need help or something. So maybe I'm like, all right, whatever, cool. So he's calling my phone. I didn't end up picking it up because I was in the middle of doing everything. But we got on the phone today, and I was at the gas station. I was putting more air in my tire.
Thank you.
Trying to be proactive.
Thank you for making it today.
Trying to be prepared.
And Pierre goes, yeah, man, I was really just calling your phone because you seem like a bitch ass nigga that didn't know how to change a tire.
Oh my God. Pierre loves doing that type of shit.
You know how like sometimes you don't know your friend's imbecile levels?
Yeah.
So why would you see? Okay, thinking, no. Wait, this is good. Okay, actually, you talk and then I'll talk.
No, go ahead.
So, like, this is the difference. We just talked about a little bit the difference between men and women. I feel like this is such a clear difference because Pierre does this type of shit all the time. Like, when I got the text from SaVon, I was literally like, "Oh my God, SaVon! Like, are you okay?" And checked up on him 30 minutes later. I was like, "Are you good?" Like, I was genuinely worried about my friend.
Yeah.
When he sprained his ankle like a month ago or something, he came in crutches. I was like, gave him a big hug. I was like,
SaVon had to get to the limp.
Pierre just immediately like laughs at him. Is like, "Yo, you stuck on the side of the road." Like, he is so different.
That's called
like,
homie hazing.
Our like reactions to things are so different. Like,
homie hazing is
because like, you know, I've never really experienced SaVon in this type of predicament, so I'm not just gonna assume he knows how to change a tire. Maybe,
but that's crazy. I'm a grown ass man. I just told you I'm turning 30.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
I'm turning 30.
But my thing is like, you know, he's stressed out right now on the side of the road. Why are you calling to tease him?
Nah, if he picked up, I would have definitely laughed.
Yo, Pierre, you just like one of my homies. Just I'm out in him. I don't care. My homie Just, right? If he don't see you do something, if he's never seen you do it before, you can't do it. Y'all gotta unsubscribe from that, yo.
That's a fact.
All right, we all live mad different parts of our lives that y'all don't see, yo.
I can't just assume you know how to do something.
Well, he didn't ask us for help, so...
The picture in my mind, SaVon's on the side, like literally on the side of the highway, just before the slow lane.
Calling 311.
With the window, with the door wide open, trying to change a tire, asshole out in the highway. Like,
that's great, like a plumber.
Like a plumber. So I'm calling him like, "Yo, bro, you good? Like, you all right? Drop me your pin. I'll come help you out."
No, you wasn't.
So
you live in New Hampshire.
And like, because at that point, he activated my ego. He activated my ego.
And you already already
just
doing
like
like
that.
a manly task.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
Mamba
he activated
mentality.
my ego. So
I'm a
now,
real man.
I gotta let him know, like, fam, I does this tire
Mamba
shit. Now,
mentality, yeah.
I'm not gonna be one of those guys who try to overcompensate and say, I know how to fix a car. I know how to change I'm not that guy, right? I'm just not. But one of the things that I do specialize in is changing tires.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, I really know how to change tires.
Me too.
Dang, I don't even know where
It
to
took him
start.
7 hours to change that tire.
The first thing that I go into my memory bank and I'm like, you know Jimmy Neutron when he like has a brain blast is like boom, like I went right into my memory bank.
Okay.
And I said, yo, Pierre, you know, back in my day, my nigga, I used to change tires in 15 minutes. He was like, yeah, right. He was like, what?
Tell him.
I'm like, and then this is when I incriminated myself. I said, yo, one time I was drunk on the side of the road, bro. I got a flat tire, got out, hopped out, and did my shit in 8 minutes flat.
I'm looking at him like, yo, bro, do you hear yourself before you talk?
Like, get off the road. That's why you got a flat. You was lit.
Drunk on the side of the road trying to change a tire. Finish telling the story, though. That
Those
one
days
in
are past
particular.
us, SaVon.
It was past
Please
me.
don't
And
be SaVon.
it was raining. I was a little lit. And
it was
I caught a
raining?
flat. And I got out, I jacked the car up, and I changed my tire in literally 16, 17 minutes.
You need like a
Literally.
car jack? Like the big thing, like the
So I didn't at the
Some
time
sort
I
of a
didn't
jack.
have like the actual car jack. So
Yeah.
most cars, most like sedans especially, they come with it's like a hand jack.
like a lever.
Yeah, like a lever. And you gotta
Like that's in my car right now?
a lot of people
most
have
new
it.
cars.
Yeah.
Like you get a used car, I'm not gonna guarantee it's gonna be in your trunk.
Might not even be a donut in there.
You might not even be a donut in the used joint. You
Might
feel
not
me?
be
This
an
is so
engine.
confusing right
I'm
now.
telling you, salute
Wait,
though. I love you a little used car.
SaVon, did you put the spare under the tire while you jacked it up?
Yeah, you take the
Y'all are having a man off right now.
man off. We having a man off.
Like I'm a real
But
man.
regardless, nigga, I know how to change a fucking tire.
Nah,
my nigga.
there's a key part to that story that you forgot to tell.
Nah, say it. Go for it.
You,
What happened?
SaVon told me, he was telling me he was with a situation in the car.
Oh, it was day night.
And then he told Shorty to
Wait,
hop
this
out the
most recent
car.
time?
That was mad long ago.
Okay.
He told Shorty to hop out the car in the rain, no umbrella, while he changed the tire.
Why?
She had to get out the car.
Because the car was going to be jacked up.
I couldn't jack the car with like you added weight.
Technically,
Like
you
you got
can.
mad shit in the trunk.
Technically, you can.
I'll be tight.
She was in the trunk?
No, in her ass. On her ass in the
alright.
trunk. You went on your head.
Alright.
But you
was
got mad
stupid.
shit going on. Like I had to like jack. And yeah, so.
Oh my
but
God.
as I approach my 30s, I no longer want to jack cars up manually. I have a pump jack.
Good for you.
Okay,
Good for
okay,
you.
period.
I got that joint
If
too.
you have a
Okay,
family,
pump jack.
keep a pump jack in your trunk.
Yeah.
It'll save you a lot of time, a lot of heartache, a lot of calls, AAA, insurance, all that good stuff. Just keep one of those handies out at all
This is
times.
crazy. I have no idea how to change a tire.
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, I mean, you don't really drive that much. You have your license.
I know, but like, what if?
Yeah.
What if she got to help the
You
Uber?
call your man.
I'm scared.
Ladies,
No,
y'all have
that's
the
why
privilege.
I've never learned because first of all, I have a dad that will do anything for me, and now I have a
Fire.
boyfriend. So
Oh, you're winning
like,
everywhere.
I feel like I will.
Facts.
But what
Yeah.
if I just need it one day? I'm scared now.
Like-
I'm anxious now.
We didn't introduce the pod, but fuck that. One of the things
20 minutes in.
that I appreciate about our podcast is that we don't do like gender wars.
Oh, yeah.
And I really genuinely appreciate that because I can't stand alpha male Twitter.
That's
Alpha
insane.
male pod.
Ugh.
Like I can't, I really fucking hate it. But one day I would like to actually sit down.
Mhm.
With an alpha man,
Them alpha male niggas is crazy.
They're
bro.
the worst.
like with one of like
Niggas
them.
don't really
No,
be
no,
alphas,
no.
though.
I was gonna say I would like to actually sit down. I would actually like have us collaborate, put some actual thought into it, and I want to put the pros and cons, or the benefits, the perks of being a man, and the perks of being a woman. And
That's
I don't,
subjective.
and no, but listen, I don't want to make it a versus. It's not a versus. This is literally
Sorry,
like
like
we all have a list.
we all, and maybe we make the list
Okay.
together.
You mean like as a guy, speaking as a guy, things that we like, right?
Yeah, or
and then
just
Regi, things that she likes as being a woman.
Maybe not so much like, but things that we receive due to our genders.
Got you.
Mhm.
Right? So like Reggie just said, I don't need to know how to, like, I never learned how to change a tire.
Mhm.
Right? And my first instinct was because you have a man, which, you know, not saying she shouldn't know how. Like,
No,
I
yeah,
guess
because I know I should know how to change.
You
it. I'm not
shouldn't.
trying to like hide behind the fact that I'm a woman.
You literally
but that's
shouldn't.
why I've never taken the step to learn it. But
You
don't
shouldn't.
be like me, guys.
No,
Please
like-
learn. Yeah.
I believe in gender roles to a degree.
Yo, same. Like I'm never taking out the trash. I'm sorry.
And you should never
That's
have
real.
to take out the trash.
That's real.
Period.
That's real.
Like she just shouldn't.
I
That's
mean,
No,
See?
Pierre.
There
No,
you go.
when we have this
There you go.
episode that SaVon
I would love to do it. Maybe on Patreon.
No,
I don't know.
When we have this man-woman thing, I'm so curious to go against Pierre because
you're gonna kill him. You're gonna eat.
He loves him some gender roles. Let me tell you.
Because look, all right, now we'll talk about next.
Gotta started him up. Gotta started the car.
All I'm saying is, look, there are certain perks of like I'm going on a vacation, right?
Yeah.
As a man, I don't have to go shopping every time I travel. I don't have to. I don't.
For women, that's like
that's a
thing.
must.
Like vacation prep.
In the middle.
Every single, all right.
Not every single time.
You gotta think. I'm traveling every other month, every month.
But hear me out, right? Men and women take pictures, right?
Okay.
So if you travel a lot and you've probably taken a bunch of pictures in those threads, might want to go cop some new clothes
But I don't have to. I don't feel like there's a need.
You don't have to brush your teeth, but you do it.
You have to brush your teeth. Come on.
No, you don't have to. But it's.
But you do it like
you're frowned upon.
You're going
if you
on a new trip. You don't want some new outfits.
I don't have to, is what I'm saying.
See, there's a difference.
Because
me, it is
as men, we literally like. There's some
niggas
like you don't have to do it. Like there's not a pressure for a man to be like, oh, I'm taking a trip. I have to go shopping.
Okay.
I should maybe. But there is there's a societal pressure. There's a pressure amongst women in their friend groups where it's like, girl, we're going on a trip. We have to get a new bikini. We have to get a new whatever, XY. Like, it's just different pressure.
Yeah, there are some men that will be like, no, I want my vacation fits. But you're saying like there's no societal overall like
at all
expectation.
For sure. Like, of course I want to look good. I'm going to look good regardless. But there isn't any pressures for me to do. Like, I just went to Miami a few weeks ago. I'm going to Puerto Rico in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I don't have to go shopping. Not like I don't feel pressured, and I'm not gonna hit my man like, hey, yo, bro, did you go shopping? Did you get like, what are you wearing? Like, there is no need to do that for women. That's actually a thing. And again, it's not like man versus woman thing. I think it's just certain aspects of life. And I would love to like really go down that list. And I told the story on Can't Afford Therapy podcast, right? I had went out one time, and really quick. So. There was the topic that we talked about was just mental load and mental pressures that men or just people face.
Yeah.
And one of my co-hosts, Josh, shout out to him. He was like, "Hey, when I go out with my wife as a man, and Alex, I'm sure you feel like this, and Pierre, I'm sure you can relate too. As men, whenever we go anywhere, we always have to be on high alert.
Facts.
When we're with our woman, when we're on a date.
Oh my God.
I have to see the door. I have to know the exits.
Literally, there's like this TikTok, like viral TikTok sound where it's like the guy, and people like remake it using the same sound. And it's like the guy, the voice in his head is like, okay, and then there's three people up there to the left, and then there's a window there. And then it goes to the woman, and she's just like, making her way downtown. Like, it's like,
but that's really a thing. So we have a conversation like that. But a lot of men, especially if you care about the woman that you with, you are thinking of those steps where women, y'all don't necessarily have to or feel obligated to think about that.
I would say if I'm alone, I'm definitely more cautious. But now being with, like going out with my boyfriend, it's a joke amongst us girlfriends. It's like, I don't have to use my brain around him.
I
like,
was just about to say that. I see women say that all the time now. Like, I can leave my brain at home with my man.
So I think it's with a man though, not just when we're solo. Yeah.
But that's one of the things that I would kind of put on the list as being a pro for a woman. So that's the type of list that I'm talking about. Like, not man versus woman shit.
No, I like it. But to directly compare something to directly what you said, I think when women are alone at night, then it's like an extra level of caution that we have to take that men might not really feel as unsafe as us. I feel like us walking around alone at night is definitely a different situation. So, like, I get what you're saying. Like, just comparing.
Just certain nuances. And it's not to put the genders against each other. It's just like, all right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Like for me, and then we can actually start the podcast. But I don't even know how to say this. All right. Alex, you tell me how you feel.
Okay.
Pierre, you tell me how you feel. Regi, you tell me how you feel. There is a key action that I look for in a woman.
Okay.
And this may be very sexist, and I don't know. And I've never talked about this out loud. I never said this out loud.
Disclaimer.
It's not even a disclaimer. Fuck it. Like, you're not gonna, if you, like, no. So when I go out to eat, let's say I have some leftovers. I'm really clumsy.
Me too.
Right.
We never bonded over this.
We never bonded over
I'm so clumsy.
So like when I have leftovers and I get like a tray, I really, really despise like packing my food to go. Right. So if a woman just instinctually like, oh, hey, you want to take this to go and like pack my shit for me, bro?
This is such a niche.
This is like that's how for me.
You're so easy, SaVon.
I'm very easy.
All you have to do is pack your macaroni and cheese.
Yes, it's so fucking simple for me.
It does mean a lot. It means a lot.
But at the same token, I see what y'all are saying, right? Because I've also looked for this
quality. It's like little things, yeah.
So yeah,
I've also looked for this quality, but you would pack your food though if you had to, right?
If I had to.
Yeah, he would.
I've done, and every time I've had to, some of it has ended up on my lap. So like I don't want to ever have to. But like and I never ask. It's not one of those things where I even want to like ask. I think it's just one of those things where
yeah. Well, I think like a lot of women do have that quality because that's very like nurturing. So I feel like
sexist?
she
Nah. Sometimes I do that shit. I be trying to be daddy.
When you do it for the girl, oh, you're different. Oh, that's why this is why you be fucking on the first night.
That is different. He's like, no, let me pack that up.
You know when you cut the steak for shorty?
Oh my goodness gracious!
You cut the steak for
on the first
I've
date?
done it before. Not on the first day. I've done it before.
Second.
But in like a serious way, in like a serious way, where you guys like kind of being cute and joking about the steak cutting.
Yeah, like yo, she wanted that shit. I'm like, I got you, little lady.
Oh, she eat her shit well done.
I got a little muscle in my arm.
She eat her shit well done.
Nah.
Because then the table we shaking trying to cut that shit.
No,
I love how SaVon just looked at me because he knew I was gonna say that.
Did you convert over to medium well now?
Don't lie to us.
Only on the puss. No. I'm joking.
This nigga. Yo.
Roast beef.
I'm joking. No, that's crazy. No, I'm joking. I'm just playing. No, I'm still well done.
I had an experience like that before when I was single. No, not the roast beef. I had when I was single. When I was single.
Wait, you want?
Nah, yeah. 10 toes on this.
Okay.
When I was single, I had an experience where I was out with a lady, and we were out doing an activity. And
what activity?
Like mini golf?
Bumper cars?
Nah, we were doing something.
Hiking.
I forgot what it was, but it was an activity. I remember we were like sweating.
Kayaking.
She looked over at me and she was like, "Hey," out of nowhere, she was like, "Hey, do you want something to drink or like a bottle of water?" I got hard.
Just so aggressive.
I got hard.
You been hanging around us too
I got an erection.
Yo, a bottle of water?
Bro, a bottle.
Men are so fucking easy.
And I'll explain why. Because in my mind, she was able to discern that, hey, maybe I need some help. And then like it comes off as like, yo, I could take care of you.
I get it that's nice.
Climbing.
I get it that's nice, but this is also just like a basic human courtesy gesture.
Do you understand that men are not used to basic human gestures?
So what if your man's would have been like, yo, you need some water?
I'd be like, I bet. It's different.
This is like the letting people shit in your house conversation.
Yeah.
You guys were like, no, yeah, my guys would be like, no, get the fuck out. But me, I was like, girls would be like, oh my God, can I get you wipes? Like, yes.
Yeah.
You know, men don't like get like courtesies.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
At all.
We rarely get courtesies.
It's just toughen up.
But yeah, with that being said, it is the Need to Know podcast. This is the final podcast of 2023. Mentally, I have been saying 2024. I've been saying this is the end of 2024 for whatever reason. I don't know why.
You were
ready.
I'm really not. But yeah, this is the last episode of 2023.
Yeah.
If you are new to the podcast, I go by the name SaVon.
Yeah. What up, y'all? It's your boy A, the Paca Rabone Poppy, and I'm never alone. I'm always with the posse.
And it's me, Regi. I'm very sad that it's the final episode of the year, but I feel very blessed to be here with the guys one more time for 2023.
We made it. We made it through another year.
Thank you, Lord.
A very, very successful, a very progressive change, a lot of just a lot of growth in a lot of different areas, man. Like, thank y'all for being here with us. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Again, y'all can be anywhere in the world. Y'all can be listening to anything in the world. I think as somebody who has... So the podcast space, media, entertainment, streaming, all of it is inflated.
Define inflated by it.
Inflated is the big boys, the big girls, the big people are here. The corporations are here. The established personalities are here. And so if you're listening to people who don't have a following from a previous career or from another career, if you're listening to people who you just kind of met through podcasting, like I think that's somewhat of a badge of honor, right? Mm-hmm. Because I was listening to a podcast the other day. I was listening to Cam and Mace. Mm-hmm. And somebody said something to Cam. And, you know, Cam was like, look, I've put 20 plus years into this podcast. Now, obviously, Cam and Mace, they haven't had a podcast for 20 years. Right? Yeah. I don't even know if podcasts have been around that long. But his point was, nigga, I've been doing this for such a long time. People fucking with me on my podcast is because of everything that I have done up until this point. This is just another chapter.
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
so,
building up his likeness.
Exactly. Yes. So for people who don't have that type of cachet, for people who don't have that type of career, you know, it's an uphill battle. And also salute to the people who come into the game with that and who are able to translate their audience and their following into a podcast audience, because it's not easy. We see a lot of people fail. We see a lot of attempts. So for the people like a Cameron and a Mace, I think that's kind of dope. But for people like us, we ain't really got much.
No, we scratching the claw.
I'm just a regular girl.
Yeah, we scratching the claw. So for anybody who is here, we certainly appreciate it.
Salute.
The end of 2023. Alex, how long have we been doing this podcast?
That's crazy.
Damn, we're going to 5 years for sure.
5 years?
Aww, isn't that adorable, guys?
No, I think you guys are like 7 in, right?
No, wait. 2018?
2018.
That was like...
Yeah,
so I tried it.
17?
So I tried to do some shit at like 15. But then I ain't really.
What, like 15 years old?
Out?
No, 2015.
Oh shit!
Like that was the first time I've attempted to podcast.
You just like always wanted to have a podcast.
I always knew.
Yeah, he's always so.
I had a vision.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it.
I had a
like you just always wanted to do this.
Something like this.
Some sort of a show.
I love to see
something like this. So yeah, 5 years doing this specific podcast.
Yeah,
a lot of changes, a lot of ups, a lot of downs.
Still don't feel like 5 years.
But the fact that we still doing it, and honestly, in our most recent year, in the year of 2023, I think collectively, and the audience who's listening, this has been like our biggest year.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
You know what I feel like?
What's up?
I feel like that hit song that got released 2 years ago.
And people are finally discovering it.
People are finally playing it now.
What was
shit, what is this
Jid's song, JID? What was his song?
Surround sound.
And that came out like a year ago, right?
Yeah,
and that was number one at the time of this recording.
I feel like JID.
Yeah. Shout out to
JID.
Whatever's
gonna happen will always happen. So
absolutely.
That's why I don't feel that. Like, of course, like I feel the motive, like the want to, like, oh my god, we gotta blow up, we gotta like get this following. But I just know if it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. So I don't know. It's a balance of. I'm at ease, but also I'm like, oh shit, we deserve it. Sometimes
you got to push the envelope though, just to see where like you land.
Yeah, like take a line of action.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah, I think it's always. So I guess the end of the year it affects everybody differently.
Yeah.
So as I've gotten older, I have a lot of older family members. And this is kind of morbid, so stay with me.
Uh-oh. Thank God we started with laughs.
No, legit. I always go into a new year thinking about some of the people that's not going to make it to the next year.
SaVon, why did you start with that?
Because life and everything is like a time capsule.
To an extent, though. Don't materialize your thoughts, though. Like, manifestation is different, right? Manifest the good things you want, right? You want your career to go well. You want health over your family. But then at the same token, you don't want to manifest some shit that could be in a very negative fashion just because you were trying to prep yourself.
I don't.
And SaVon, don't forget, your words have power.
Absolutely,
especially yours.
I would never.
Like if you like go onto the road and you're just like, and it's snowing and you keep thinking to yourself like, I know I'm gonna get an accident. I know I'm gonna get an accident. You attract that towards you, and then boom.
Yeah,
that type of shit happens.
That's true. No, y'all are absolutely correct.
Like I almost threw up on a train yesterday. Because I was sick.
Really?
Yeah, that motion sickness. But then
Alex, you deserve this break.
Yeah, then I told myself, I ain't going to throw up. And guess what?
It's all mental.
I did it. But I swear, if I would have kept telling myself, yo, this feeling in my stomach that keeps rising, I would have just, it would have been everywhere.
When's the last time you threw up?
Probably like last month.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Alex doesn't throw up.
I do. When I overeat, even though you guys say I don't eat.
You never eat.
You overeat?
Yeah, when I overeat, every time I overeat, actually, I gotta like throw some shit up. OD.
Damn.
OD. My stomach don't be happening.
You got a 6-pack, Alex?
No. I have like a 3.5.
Not 3.5.
Because no. I was asking him because he said every time he overeats.
Yeah.
So I had this mental image in my head of fat Alex.
Why do you think? Yo, Pierre thinks I'm enormous, bro. Pierre thinks I'm like 350 pounds.
What it is like,
shit is crazy.
And you got to give people grace.
Okay.
Pierre's one of those people like I gotta give grace to because like Pierre really don't believe nobody could do nothing that he ain't see.
Nothing. He one of those.
And he thinks that he can do everything that I haven't seen.
Exactly. That makes sense.
And I respect it. And I get it and I respect it. But no.
No to what?
That's not life. Like
yeah, nah.
You know, all right. I'm gonna say this. Okay. Oh shit, I'm approaching 30. Don't
scare yourself now. You just said you was embracing it. Hold up. Don't do that now.
Wait, hold up. This shit's fucked up.
You just like remember it like right now.
So as I'm approaching 30,
yeah,
health is one of the things that's on the top of my mind.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And so I have realized. So Alex, maybe you can relate. Let me know if you can or not. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're younger and the era that we grew up in, we was outside, literally. Like, and when I say outside, I'm not saying like being out in the streets, partying, turning up. I mean, like as a child, I know how to play tag.
Like playing outside.
I know how to play
until the street lights come on.
I know how to play ding dong ditch. I know how to do certain things.
Manhunt, basketball.
Like, I remember literally growing up and being outside
all the time.
Right. And when you're outside and before technology, you know what I'm saying? Like before iPads, like we didn't grow up with that shit. We didn't.
We had half and half.
We didn't grow
up with iPads.
Oh, you said grow up.
Yeah.
Like when we were young.
We did not grow up.
What do you consider? When do you consider young though?
Maybe like a child.
Young is before I started getting pussy.
Okay,
so like elementary school.
So from elementary school,
I was not fucking in elementary school
and middle school.
I was not fucking in middle school.
Yeah.
So 1 to like 13. Let's say that.
But you had
1 to 14.
1 to 14.
Bro, you had a Game Boy SP.
Like, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on. So we had.
But I said iPad.
Okay.
iPad is very different because iPad is access to the internet and the internet is the world.
You had a PSP going in on that joint too.
I remember that. I remember the PSP. It was a PSP was ahead of its time.
It was a time, but it wasn't. It wasn't an iPad. So yes, I had the handheld games. But again, you'll have fun in the moment with those handheld games. You'll put it aside and then you go on about your business.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm talking about. I'm referring to being outside and having some type of recollection of that.
Yeah,
I was getting to the point of when you were younger, everybody for the most part had dreams of being an athlete of some sort.
Oh yeah.
We wanted to be an NFL player, an NBA player.
Oh yeah.
Primarily those two sports, right? So if you had those type of dreams, that means you had to participate in those type of activities. Now, some people, it dropped off a lot sooner than others. Some people kind of got a little bit later in that aspiration, but you still had to have some type of athletic experience.
Yeah.
Right. As I'm getting to the age of 30 and I'm meeting new people and I'm having conversations, I'm starting to realize people look at me and say, you are not like, you have no athletic background at all. You don't look athletic.
That's the worst.
You don't feel athletic.
Wait, someone's like, people are like telling you this?
I just feel judged.
Why? Like what? Why? Like what is making you think this?
When you look at your castmates,
yes,
outside of Pierre, do you think athletes?
I know. I can assume that you guys played high school sports, know how to play basketball still. No, I said yes. I literally am saying yes.
Okay.
I know you guys can like play basketball like this Saturday.
No, literally.
No?
I can play basketball right now.
No, literally,
I'm just...
Both of you.
Thank you, Regi. Thank you for making us feel better.
Yeah, you did.
Why? Some other people come up to you and be like, you can't fucking do
Regi,
shit.
You need to buy more Nike Techs. You need to look more athletic, nigga.
He's literally wearing Adidas.
That's good. That's a good start.
Literally like...
It's a good start.
Buy more
Don't
Nike
lie to them,
Techs.
Regi. Don't lie to them.
So...
Pierre, let me tell you something. All right?
He's sick of Pierre today.
I'm so tired of him. It's because this motherfucker has a 50-inch chest.
That don't mean nothing.
Yo, bro.
And he works with football players every day.
Yeah, because his pectorials speak for themselves.
Not pectorials.
You think you the only nigga that's athletic here?
Nah, I've seen you play ball before. I've seen...
Oh, yeah. Tell him how I scraped you.
Anyway, I've seen ball. Basketball not my sport. Basketball not my sport.
We're going to do the two-hand touch football. Set it up next year.
All right, bet.
Let's do it.
Y'all don't want those problems. Anyway.
Oh, my goodness. I cannot with men.
That's just men shit we've been doing all episodes.
Literally, like...
Regi, you really think they would like be athletic? They could be athletic. You can see them being athletic.
Yes. What is the yes?
Okay, that's fire. Shout out to you.
Oh, he's like,
That's hate.
He's like, oh, that's interesting.
That's hate.
Why not?
That's
you guys don't look like unathletic to me.
Yo, we need to.
What is
Not for real.
I'm not gonna front.
Like,
we need to start buying like knee braces and shit and arm shooting.
No,
sleeves.
what I'm doing in my 30s is I'm really gonna take that shit serious. I want to be John Wick.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't wait till it's too late.
No, legit.
Yes.
You want to shoot niggas?
Yes. Legally.
Okay.
Oh
No,
wait,
for
that
real.
is problematic. But anyway.
No, I said legally. Legally, you do things legally.
So become a cop.
No. Actually,
how else would you shoot people?
Actually,
legally.
You can defend yourself legally. There are ways for you to
Okay,
like.
you're
If I don't,
right,
if I don't like, I don't have
self-defense.
Yeah, like when what I'm saying is, you just always want to be prepared. So,
so what are you gonna do?
That.
Are you gonna go to the gym? Like, what's your plan?
I mean, yeah,
we're gonna hold you accountable, like you always tell me.
No, yeah, I'm like, I've been mad
He said,
sporadic.
no, don't hold me accountable.
I've been mad sporadic with like my working out shit. So there'll be
Okay.
like 1 year on, 1 year off. This year,
I don't
hopefully,
like
it's
that.
on.
No,
that
this
doesn't
year's
work.
on. 1 year.
Let's
It
start with
look
push-ups.
good.
Let's start with push-ups.
I can
bro.
do that easy.
How
You've
many-
done push-ups?
How many push-ups you can do a day?
Right now.
I haven't done it in a while. I could probably do a like straight
A day?
Right
No,
now.
not straight.
a
Just
day.
in a day.
Oh, a day I could easy hit 100.
How about straight?
Okay, we can start at 100.
Easy.
How about straight?
Straight?
One shot.
Hey,
I could
Pierre,
probably
bro.
do like 40.
5.
You can do 40 straight. Okay.
I
Wait,
still
isn't
like
that
40
like
straight.
good?
40
Yeah,
is
40
a lot.
is good.
Yeah.
But you gotta
Even-
remember, I dropped like 50 pounds.
Oh, period.
What does that mean?
Mm.
When you're heavier, you do less.
Mm.
That's what that means.
He
It's
said
simple math.
He
Nah,
said
man.
he dropped
Yo,
that weight.
if
and
you want,
can't
we can do push-ups right now.
do it right now.
Nah, I'm fucked up.
Ah.
I've done push-ups on camera
And we
before,
saw
and you
it.
have it.
So yes, I never did push-ups.
Did you do them right after me?
Yes.
That day? No. all right.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Like,
Because I remember I
Pierre.
volunteered. I remember I volunteered to do them first, knock them out.
I gotta see it to believe it.
like I said, we just have to
I
do
need you
But
guys
anyway,
to watch this episode back.
Man, shit going on.
Like I can do more push-ups than you, bro.
That's how we sound.
For the past like 30
My fault.
minutes, like I could change a tire than you and you can. Like,
Why we been
yo,
doing
you
this?
got a pump check? You got a
Yo,
like,
what's wrong with us?
Jesus Christ.
Why are we like this?
Too much testosterone.
Wait, what we're
Yeah.
gonna say about we're gonna tell us about like how you're taking your health more serious in the next year?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like Alex said, I just want to make sure my dick work.
I'm telling you,
I
man.
just want to make sure in the mornings I ain't gotta smack it.
Yeah. You gotta get back to that Seymour.
just to wake it up.
Yeah.
I
Just
just
to
want
wake
to
it
make
up.
sure that's it. Honestly,
I'm with him. I'm 100% with him.
Like, and they always say like the older you get as men, you never want to like reach a point where you meet somebody who's just like out fucking you.
Nah,
Mhm.
some of them old niggas is fucking. You see them older acting niggas?
TDJ.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
And under the house of the Lord, I don't know.
hey.
I don't know.
You heard about TD?
Yeah,
Allegedly?
I saw he was trending on Twitter.
There's been some allegations, some speculations,
Yeah.
and we don't know anything for fact. But I think those are the best times where you can have fun when you
Yeah,
don't
we're
know
just
what's
joking.
and
just
Yeah.
assume.
if you are somebody of reverence and you got these type of allegations, I think it's a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Oh.
like, what the
Because
fuck
why
is
are
going
you even
on?
associated with
Mhm.
this?
And that's kind of what the TikToker,
I forget her name.
I forget what her name is, but she's a TikToker. And
Shout
I think
out to
she
the
was,
TikTokers.
Yeah.
All 8,000 of y'all. 8 million.
Yo, I was about to say
8
it's way
million.
There's a
more
lot
than
more
that.
than that.
It's
My fault,
way
I said 8,000. My fault. I saw y'all short.
It's way more than them. But that's kind of what she was alluding to, right? Like the relationship between Diddy and TD Jakes.
Mhm.
To be honest with you, I've never noticed it until it was brought up until recently. And
Yeah,
I didn't realize how many events TD Jakes was at. But even then, I thought nothing was wrong with that because SaVon said something off mic before we started recording. And he said, why would a person like TD Jakes need to hang around a Diddy? And I was like, it could be several reasons why.
yeah.
It could be several reasons why. One, Diddy at the time could be portraying to be needing help from the church. One hand wash the other, right?
Okay.
That don't mean a freak off. Just in terms of helping out the community,
Yeah,
you know,
ministering.
ministering, right, doing things that Diddy can't do,
Yeah.
right, for the people around him.
Okay.
All right, so yeah. Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, I can see his wheels is
Because
turning.
it's bullshit.
What's bullshit?
In 2024, in the new year, we're going to call out all bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I am going to make a vow
Mhm.
to call out all the bullshit that I see.
Let's do it.
What do you mean by it's bullshit? Like, it's not true?
There's certain people that just shouldn't be with certain people.
Okay.
You live in a certain life. You shouldn't be around other people that's living a certain life. And I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
So you don't feel like pastors should hang out with rappers at all?
Nah.
Why not?
Or people just in general that aren't of the church? Or in the church?
Right. I don't want to turn this into like a super religious thing.
Yeah.
No.
But isn't it like ungodly music or something?
It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
But some pastors, they be referencing like pop stars, like rappers in their sermons.
I don't think
the current ones.
Pastors and preachers should be famous.
Okay,
I agree with that.
I don't believe pastors and
Joel
preachers.
Osteen, the Creflo Dollars.
I don't think
like none of that.
any of
like
them
the mega churches
should be famous.
Joel. All right, let me show.
I don't think any of them should be famous. I don't think any of them should seek fame. I don't think any of them should have an incentive to be famous. I do not believe any of that.
Can I tell you what their reasoning is?
Talk to me.
And I've heard this numerous amounts of time. I actually follow this Nigerian pastor from London, and he dressed like me. Flyer.
Is he like younger?
I guess maybe in his 30s.
30s, yeah.
Off-white, Louis Vuitton, Dior's. And I'm always thinking to myself, like, dog, you trying to look like a rapper. See, their reasoning is I have to show people that God is blessing me. I'm only telling you what they saying. Right? Because if I'm the one that's supposed to be leading the church, isn't my life supposed to be blessed as well?
Like
that, I'm just telling you.
You can't be like, yo, my pastor his life is in shambles.
Like imagine your pastor just was pop, and then y'all just in there praying together.
It's like, why would I listen to you? Like,
but I might feel more connected to somebody who's in that situation than I do somebody who got off whites and private jets.
And
I mean, that's fair.
That's
fair.
And sometimes they do it for relatability.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't need my pastors to be relatable. I need them to speak the word. I need them to be honest. I need them to be transparent. I need them to lead. I need them to teach. I don't need them to do all of the extra essential. Like, I don't need that. I don't need you to be next to Diddy. Like, if I'm a person of the church, and this is my pastor, my leader, the person that I'm investing in financially and from a time standpoint, it does nothing for me if I'm on the right mission to see you next to a Diddy.
But isn't part of the mission to bring the people who are lost?
Yeah.
Right?
Preach the gospel.
Right.
Like, you bringing them to Diddy.
I mean, what? Who's bringing who to Diddy?
We're just talking about pastors right now.
I'm just talking about, I'm not even talking about I'm just talking about pastors in general, right? Like, you said you don't want pastors around rappers.
I know.
Right? So if those are quote unquote the lost souls or the people that God would want you to bring in, right? Like the people in your church and your community are already there, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to get more people to listen to the Lord.
Yeah.
So should those people be neglected because they make raunchy music? I don't know.
Also, rappers are like, they believe in God and they go to church.
Yeah, every time they get an award, y'all want to thank God.
Also, like, sorry to cut you off, but it's like the pastor that Alex mentioned that dresses like fly and stuff. What if that's just like him?
If that's just who he is, then that's just who he is.
Okay.
Nah, he gets fly.
You know I think that's valid. Like, it's like if Alex,
I'm gonna show y'all his page.
If Alex dresses how he dresses and then he just like became a pastor, he's not gonna like dress
for sure.
unfly.
Absolutely, and I'm with you on that.
And not for nothing, if my pastor is trying to relate a word to me or give me a word, or just I'm in a church where I'm receiving a word, I would probably hear it more the more I can relate to the pastor. Low key.
But there's been a lot of criticism around certain pastors, preachers, reverends, all those people who are in the space. And Alex just showing me a picture of, is this the pastor?
I'm showing SaVon pictures of the pastor. He hopping out of a Lamborghini with all Louis Vuitton on.
But if that is who he was and that is who he is, then I'm not going to knock somebody like that.
Right.
But and I guess TD Jakes is at a disadvantage because he's been out for so long. We kind of got to see his ascension.
Yeah.
Right. And so when you get associated with freak offs, I don't need my pastor associated with freak offs. Freaky men.
I will say this though. We are at risk of God forsaking us if this is true. Like, God might not ever forgive us again. Okay. Like,
yeah. He'll be like, what is going on down there?
I will say his name is Bishop.
What?
All right,
Bishop
so
TD Jakes.
That's not his first name, though.
No, I know, but his title is Bishop.
Okay. You come from the church.
Bishop TD Jakes. So, I mean, it's just levels. The bishop is just not as high as the pastor. Is he a pastor? I don't know. Maybe somebody could look that up. Right. I'm not trying to is Bishop TD Jakes. So The bishops, you know what? They got a little bit more room to get a little freaky, man.
No, they don't.
What?
They do.
That's not an usher.
No, the bishop
usher can still get their little. You know what I mean?
Boy.
They just taking niggas to the seats.
But the bishops, they not the pastor. They not leading the shit.
But they like the two men.
Freaky man.
Like
wait, TD Jakes is not a pastor?
Nah, he is. In today's day and age, bishop and pastor can be seen as the same
synonymous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but the
not in my day.
Actual pastor.
Back in my day,
right? Freaky man.
A pastor is a leader of a flock.
But that's why I always remember, like, oh, for real?
Yeah, the actual term. Yeah.
So what's a bishop?
Can
you look that definition
yeah, I
up?
got you.
Yeah, look that up for me.
I know it's a.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Thank God it wasn't Marvin Sapp.
Nah.
Because if they would have took this from me,
never would have made it.
If they would have took this from me, bro, I couldn't have made it. I could have.
Never would have made it without you. What he said? I would have lost it all.
If they would have took this from me,
but now
please, 2024,
you're there for me.
Do not take this song from me. Don't take it from me.
I would have made it.
This got me through a lot.
Please, God, don't take.
Never would have made it without you.
I can't go on.
Yo, the YouTube,
I lost it all.
But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger,
I'm wiser, I'm better,
I'm fucked up. Oh, I can't curse.
Much better.
Oh, shit. Wait,
that's very ungodly.
SaVon, you messing up the prayer.
That was very ungodly of you.
You messing up the prayer. This is why new niggas can't bump gospel. They're gonna curse over.
I was feeling it. Wait, hold on.
Never could have made it.
Oh, I never could have made it.
Never would have made it.
Please, all I ask, honestly,
thank you, God.
We gonna talk about the new year. My New Year's like hope and resolution. Please, Lord, oh Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's listening,
manifest it.
Do not take Marvin Sapp from us.
Please.
Don't worry.
Thank God TD can't sing.
In any form.
Nah, thank God.
Thank God TD
God.
didn't have a mic because that song right there, that means something to me.
I
never want to see Marvin Sapp with Diddy.
Yeah.
The freak offs. Freak offs were like, that was the term that I learned this year.
I wish I didn't.
Yo, let go of that term, please.
I can't.
Release it.
I
can't.
That's a bad term, yo.
Hard.
No freaking and off around me. I told y'all niggas. I'm good.
No more freak bull Alex.
Yeah, nah, none of that, man.
Yeah,
what a crazy story.
But it's been a wild year. TD Jakes, Diddy. I know we spoke a little bit about that with Joe, who had the worst years. My vote was DJ Envy. I think Diddy, he might have the absolute worst year.
Yeah, for sure.
But just looking back on this year, right? I feel like as a podcast, we did great things.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a culture, society, some of the things we spoke about this year, there was a lot that happened this year.
For sure.
Yes.
Even things we didn't really get to.
Like
Jonathan Majors, we never really addressed on the pod.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh, for sure. And you're a Marvel fan. That hurt?
No, not really.
They released that statement right away. Severing ties with him right away.
That means they had the letter printed already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they was just waiting for the verdict and just like, click Variety, CNBC, CNN. They was ready.
Click Variety.
The case confuses me.
It's always difficult because, and it sucks that we kind of get this, but I feel as just black people in general, we only get about 4 actors in mainstream. Not saying there's only 4 good actors.
There's so many mainstream black goats.
No, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they were giving him the push. The machine only gets behind around 4 or 5 black actors every 1, 2, 3 years. Jonathan Majors was one of those for me. Like I saw the machine. Well, Marvel.
He was like the face of Marvel now. Yeah.
He was becoming the face of Marvel. So like what I'm saying kind of proves that point. And to see somebody like that, like he's really talented. I just watched what was that movie? Fuck, it had Idris Elba in it, Regina King, Jonathan Majors. It's on Netflix.
Damn. I don't remember.
The Harder They Fall.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't
The
see
Harder
that.
They Fall.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
No.
Wait, you didn't see a movie?
I'm a show guy. You don't listen to me when I talk.
You see everything. I think you're an everything guy.
Regi, go ahead and tell him.
I think you're an everything guy.
Regi, tell him.
Didn't you see what was the shit with Mahershala Ali?
Oh, The Last of Us.
You saw that?
It's because everybody was talking about. I'm
but
a big.
You watch everything.
No, I leave the world behind.
Oh,
yes, thank you.
Leave the world behind. Thank you.
You watch everything.
I literally came in here one day and said, "Yo, I want to learn more about movies because all I do is watch shows." Oh,
hey, he got us there.
He's hurt.
I'm trying to get there though.
I feel like we only get a few a year, and Jonathan Majors, he's one of those ones. Like
major stars.
Yeah, and he's talented, and his acting is good.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been watching Loki on Disney, and Jonathan Majors' role as Kang was presented there. And again, I'm not like the biggest Marvel guy, but for the most part, I kind of know what's going on now. So all I'm gonna say is this, Disney. Do not bring a white nigga named Kang all of a sudden and make me think that I don't remember the last nigga was black.
Nah.
That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Jason Bateman as Kang is hard.
You sure?
That's fire.
Who's that? You know I don't know.
Yeah, who that? I gotta see that nigga.
Is he white?
Ozark.
Oh.
That's my
dog.
I don't know anything, guys.
That's my dog.
Bird?
That's Marty, right?
Marty
That's my dog.
And Jason Bateman.
I like him.
Yeah, he cool.
I like him.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
He has a high level. Wait, what?
No,
SaVon,
I'm talking to Regi.
There's, you can't make actor references around me. I don't understand them.
I'm so sorry.
This guy's a movie buff. I don't even know what to say.
I'm really not.
Jason made them.
I'm really not. I thought he said Jason Statham. The
Jason
nigga,
Statham.
007 born nigga. I don't even know.
That's racist somehow.
My fault. Shout out to Jason, man.
A little racist.
My fault. Shout out to Jason, man.
But yeah, I think he probably had a pretty rough year. Looking to see how he bounces back. Fuck.
Let me read what happened because some of you guys know, some of you may not. Jonathan Majors was found guilty in his criminal trial after a jury decided the actor's fate following 3 days of deliberations. That was kind of quick to me, but I'm not a lawyer. The verdict came down in NYC and the actor was found guilty on 1 count of assault in the 3rd degree and guilty of harassment. So, just from reading this, assault in the 3rd degree, personally, I'm not a lawyer. I don't think he'll see jail time. He is looking at least a year, but 3rd degree assault, I don't know.
Wait, I just have the white lady with the bob cut, the Twitter lady. I think she's a legal reporter. She'd be reporting on all of it.
Okay.
She just made like a clarification. I don't know if this is important to people, if everybody knew this, but she said both assault charges related to what happened inside the car, the harassment charges related to what happened outside the car. He was acquitted on anything having to do with intent.
Thank you for clearing that up.
So he was convicted related to like the white lady's finger injury, like just some clarifications in case. Because it's just so much back and forth, I feel like, in this case, which was crazy.
I knew he lost when he looked her in the eye and said, yo, beat Coretta Scott King.
That was a crazy story.
That's when I knew open, close, and shut.
It's over.
Okay? He looked her in the eye and said, yo, beat Coretta. I thought it was a lie, but then it was addressed in court.
That's tough.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, he said that shit? No, you ain't tell this white lady from over there to act like Coretta Scott King. No, you didn't.
That kind of shit make you want to slap your shit. You're not getting all like, he gotta go extra kinky to get.
What was the context he said that? Like, was it like in a sexual context, or be like, you better be there, like be there for me, like Coretta?
You can't say that to
anybody.
Martin Luther King's wife to a white woman.
You can't.
No, I was just confused. I was just asking because I was confused.
At some point, we gotta stop acting.
We got to. Yeah,
we gotta get out of the role. We gotta get out of the character.
This is what we said about actors last week. We can't date them because they just be acting all the time.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
And I hope, I pray that he finds some guidance and some healing throughout this process.
Yeah, he got
outside of like
now.
the legal, like fuck everything else. Let's just stick on that one quote.
He looked her in the face
looking
and
at
said,
a white woman.
He said
Did he say something else?
He said be Michelle Obama too. Like you can't like, and then people are trying to tell me, oh no, it wasn't like that. It was the way those women were there for their husbands. Blase, blase. Okay, so you mean a civil rights leader and the first black woman,
first lady.
Mm-hmm. Come on, son. Nah,
he might as well have just dated a sister if that's the case.
Yo,
yeah, it's just like a crazy statement.
It's not fair.
It's not.
Like Jonathan Majors, you talking to a white woman asking her to be Martin Luther King's wife is the most unfair. It's the most unrealistic idea. You are confused, my brother.
It's like a ridiculous quote. Like
that is like a white woman looking at me and asking me to be George Bush.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Like,
no, yes.
Like
that's the equivalent.
I can't even get to the offensive part, like racist part, because it's just like such a ridiculous.
It's a disconnect.
Like,
I can't.
Like, why are you? Is that coming out of your mouth?
He's
like,
literally listen.
Be George
he
Bush.
is literally looking for a black woman.
Yes,
inside a white woman.
I've never seen it before. That's when I know he lost.
Like
that's when I know he lost.
We gotta really listen to the things that people are saying.
Like be like Coretta Scott.
And I feel what he was trying to do because I've been there before.
Be careful. Do you?
I understand because I've looked at like a sibling of mine. Like I got a little sister.
Yeah.
She's playing volleyball right now.
Salute.
I'm like B Kobe.
But you just
don't know I understand what you mean when you say that.
Like Mamba mentality.
I need you to tap in. Now, maybe she's a lot closer to Kobe than this white bitch is to Coretta Scott.
Yeah.
But see, even what that is, you can learn different sports. You can't learn to be black.
I mean,
she was going through the civil rights
That's
movement.
what I'm saying. How was she supposed to learn that?
No, and also like
the nigga died for the shit.
How was she supposed to learn that?
Her husband died for niggas.
With the Kobe analogy, it's just sports.
He's the modern day Jesus. Nigga died for niggas.
Her husband died for niggas is crazy.
Also, it's like if you wanted just like a powerful woman, why did you have to go to like Coretta out of all people?
It's mad fire black women in the world. Viola.
Yo,
Davis.
Just put it in your same feel, like
that would have made a little more sense because they're both actors.
She exudes power. She exudes.
He was like,
leadership. And she's acted as a civil rights leader and the first lady.
She did
president.
it all. So like, maybe just keep it in your space next time.
Yeah,
like,
dog.
If I wanted to like tell a woman, I need you to act like somebody. Maybe I'm gonna go to like a Angela Yee.
Somebody in the space.
Wait. What?
No. Actually, now hearing you say that,
I see what you mean.
Now hearing you say that,
in the space.
Don't. I think just asking your woman to act like anybody is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Even if it's an Angela Yee, even if it's like another regular woman, that's a bad idea.
You gotta ask your shorty to be some shit.
That means
I feel like that shit is always gonna be offensive.
Nah, I need a reference point.
Like, act like this other woman.
Sick.
Sometimes you need a reference point. Sometimes you got to see a little like when I.
He learned now. He went making good.
You saw Trump.
Wait, what happened to Trump?
Rihanna?
China who?
Trump. I'm telling you.
Wait, what happened?
I thought you meant Donald.
Sometimes you need a little reference point.
Yo,
that's not a bad one.
Oh shit! Yo, you're bugging.
What if the girl you're talking to was like, SaVon, I just need to act a little bit more like Michael B. Jordan. You'll be like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna get in the gym. I'm gonna take that shit
I
mad
feel like
personal.
that's just like a weird thing to say.
I'm gonna take it personal.
Like,
I'm gonna get in the gym. And then I'm gonna do some like mid acting.
Yeah. See, but even with that, I could understand though, right? Like again, SaVon said it. All right, cool. Michael B. Jordan, he got a cool physique. He was doing Creed and all of that.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the steroids.
Cool. Yeah, like
I'm gonna hit the needle.
Come on, yo.
I'm gonna hit the HGH.
Come on.
Don't put that on my Jersey King like that.
All right,
sorry,
my fault.
I ain't even did that.
Telling a white woman to be Coretta Scott King? Do you know what she went through? How could she even put herself
We're all
in
in
that?
agreement here.
Like,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that shit is
like
that's when he lost.
Reggie, I'm gonna ask you something.
You can't make this up. Like this headline.
The judge probably heard that and was befuddled.
Yeah,
Reggie, I'm gonna ask you to educate me, and if I'm out of bounds, we cut it. Just tell me fuck out of here.
I'm prepared for anything.
Who's the illest Korean?
Me.
That was, and that's why she heard.
Yep.
And that's why she heard.
That's a ball.
Yep.
And that's why she heard.
Because if somebody was like, "Yo, who's the illest nigga in hip hop?" I'm gonna say Hov.
Okay.
Me personally, I'm gonna go to Hov.
Yeah.
If somebody's like, "Yo, who the illest bald nigga?" Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, he's about to be.
Nah, that ass.
I would have to think. Like I could say really, really well known A-list Korean people, but it's just like you guys won't know them because they're famous over there.
But all right, but that's like going up to John. and being like, yo, I need you to
be like Jim.
No, but that's why I'm like, this is just weird. I would never do that. That would be crazy. I don't know why Jonathan Majors like thought to do that. It's just crazy. Like, like, can you be more like this Korean man?
That's crazy.
Yo, he would break up with me.
That's what I'm saying.
He would break up with me. He'd be like,
nigga,
what are you saying?
Nigga,
Like,
you not even Obama. You not even MLK.
Oh, right.
You're not even MLK to be talking like this.
Nah, but he dressed like him.
Low key. Yeah.
I seen his closet.
He trying to get to
Just
it.
Chelsea boots and button ups.
He trying to get to it.
With the skinny ties.
With the skinny
shout out
ties.
to him.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
This story, 2 back-to-back crazy ass stories. We can't.
It's been a while. Yeah, remember Adam 22 let his wife get fucked?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's another one.
And then did it again.
Again? Wait.
Recently.
He did?
Yeah. Some Harlem nigga. Little nigga.
Yo, what is going on?
I'm dead serious. They call him Lil D. They did a menage a trois. Adam, the wife, and him. The reality TV show that he had posted? Yeah, there was a winner from that. The reality TV show was centered around who was going to be next to have sex with his wife. But this time, he was included.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was probably like a couple weeks ago. Oh, yeah, so they was double teaming it.
His wife together?
Yep. And the guy that won the reality TV show, Lil D.
How did you win?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have an answer for you.
But I seen it floating on Twitter. Like, I was scrolling one day. And
I saw a picture because I recognize one, like, my friend was friends with this, like, male, like, IG model type of, like, he just had a lot of followers. And he was in the picture. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
It was a shock to me.
Wow.
Yeah,
the picture of the reality TV show?
Yeah, and he was like one of the contestants, and she like knows him, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing there? But yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy times over there.
Yeah, man.
Who are some of the things, some of the people that we have to leave in this year? And I don't, like, Adam seems to be very resilient. So I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be one of those people that's gonna be left.
He like a roach.
Because if you're willing to let your wife get fucked, now,
I have one.
So I have a theory, and this might get me fucked up. So Kieran, listen close. I have a theory that every race is intimidated by black dick.
You have said this before.
You definitely said this before.
Every race. Patreon.
I mean, shit. If I was on the other side, I would too.
Where is this coming from?
Because Adam is just letting black peen run through his girl.
See, on the contrary, right? And people don't mention this a lot when they discuss their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, his wife allowed for him to have sex with hundreds of women with her present for a very long So
that's hard.
For a very long time. So this just looks like reciprocity to me.
And she introduced him to porn.
But now, what I'm gonna tell y'all is back to the top of this episode. There's men's shit and there's women's shit.
So what's that?
Some shit ain't fair. You can't get fucked.
We're never doing this episode.
No.
We're not doing that episode.
No. But listen, bro.
Or I'm gonna have to have one other girl with me for
That's
support.
fine.
Yeah, give one for support.
Me against all you guys is not gonna end well.
I would never want you. I would never do that. But
I wind up crying.
I would never like. It's easy to like. I promise you, and I'm not gonna ask you to imagine this, right?
Thanks.
But it's easier for you to, like, as a man, it's easier for the man to go smash up the pom pom. It's easier for you to like fuck some shit than to see your girl get fucked.
But see, when your girl is
easy,
is a sex worker,
it's hard. Yeah.
See, when your girl is a sex worker, it doesn't just stop there, and that's why he should have never started that. But again, if he's okay with it, cool. Because now you're gonna open Pandora's box.
Did his girl suck dick?
He was the new dude I was just talking about?
Any dick.
Yeah, she was sucking it.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't see it.
I said I saw it on Twitter. I said I didn't see the reality TV show who got like selected.
See, that's crazy.
It is.
Adam is done. Lead a nigga in this year, son. Back him up, bro.
And Blueface and Krishan.
Yeah, they gotta. I'm tired.
It just be a lot.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Their stories be a lot.
Oh, yeah, I don't need them no more.
They're a walking loving hip hop. Like
I don't need them no more.
Shout out to the youth though.
The youth who?
Shout out to the baby though.
Yeah, man. Shout out. That baby gonna need the most shout outs.
Yeah, their baby.
They got a baby?
Yeah, she
leave
was
that
pregnant.
little nigga in this year too.
Yo, what?
Leave all them niggas in this year. I ain't gonna lie. Leave all them niggas in
I love the kids, but I'm gonna save all on this one. like I'm tired. I'm tired.
I don't want to hear about the kid, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm tired.
God bless him.
And I get it though too, right?
God
because when you're not making money off of music necessarily, you got to find a way to be in people's faces and
like
still collect bags. But it's like, dog,
lie,
I'm good.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This nigga Adam seen his girl suck the pipe.
Yo, he was there. He was there.
That's horrible. As a husband,
he was there.
How do you like withstand?
We
that?
all live different lives. I don't know what life is he's living. Like
freaky.
Yeah.
But they're like,
I'm with Alex. I'm not a freak. I'm not a freak. I'm not a freak.
They're in the sex industry though.
I'm not a freak.
I'm not
a freak. Thought I was a freak.
They see that type of shit every day.
Being
though.
a freak was my selling point.
Reggie, elaborate. What do you mean?
Aren't they both in like the adult porn industry or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, don't they see that type of shit every day?
She started off as a cam girl, I believe.
She was a cam girl. Then she was a webcam girl. Then she only fucked him on camera. Then she only fucked girls on camera. Then she only fucked him and girls on camera.
Okay,
it was a gradual thing where he was like, "Baby, suck the dick."
Yeah.
Dang, this escalated.
Baby, suck the dick.
And then the point
why
that's
you sucking the dick, though.
and then when he's asked like, "Yo, dog, like, why do you do it?" He's like, "Yo, dog, I make a ton of money." Everybody's like, "All right, cool, I could understand that." But then when he's asked, "What do you do with the money?" He goes, "Oh, I'm not really frugal with my money." So then you go,
like, what's the point?
What's the point? Like
what are we doing then?
I don't know. That's why we got to leave him in 2023.
We need Gayle King.
For what?
I need Gayle King to interview Adam.
That's gonna be the sickest piece of content
I'm
we've
not
ever
gonna lie
seen.
to you. I think whenever we got a nigga in question in our culture, I need Gayle King. Cause what she did with R. Kelly was masterful.
He was like, I'm fighting for my life.
Like she left the foot on the neck.
Oh shit.
That was a moment the culture will never forget.
Ever.
Foot on necks.
Ever. Yeah.
No?
Yes, I'm just
reliving the moment.
It feels weird that the table's over there, but it's whatever. It's whatever.
You want to move it? I'm moving.
Stupid, yo. Yeah, maybe Gayle might be the same. I don't know.
Do you have anything you want? Do you have any person you want to leave in 2023, Alex? You have an answer?
I did want to subscribe to Blueface and Krishan. For the most part, I do think that's it for me. Honestly, everybody else I could kind of just block out and filter out. Blueface and Krishan, you could literally like type their names in the filter bubbles so you don't have to see them, and you'll still see them.
I tried that. Because
she's crazy.
Yeah, people be like misspelling their names so that it'll still show up on our timeline. Yeah, you cannot escape them.
Can't escape it. Like, I'm cool, man. Prayers to everybody. Salute. But going into the new year, we got to be better. And I know this is the thing about New Year's, yo. Everybody be better for 2 weeks.
For two strong weeks.
2 strong weeks. And then they revert right back to however they was last year, man. So
let's not do that this year, guys. Consistency.
Yes.
How do you think your year was individually?
Individually, I think my year was pretty solid. I completed the year at Sirius.
Congratulations,
Congrats. Thanks, man. Thanks,
no
man.
easy
No,
feat.
over a year.
That's big.
Yeah,
well over a year.
Well over a year. No funny
That's crazy. That seems like yesterday.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
No more probation.
No more probation.
Yes.
Oh
Good
God.
now.
Solidified.
Sure. Thank you, Jesus.
You him.
Take some trips.
It's you and Howard Stern.
Yeah, shout to Stern.
Stern.
Shout to Sway.
Shout to Sway.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Roxanne and Shantae.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I think I had a pretty solid year. And most importantly, mentally, I was pretty good for most of the year.
I love to hear it.
I do feel like towards the end of it, I started crashing out a little bit. Started crashing and burning.
A little bit.
Yeah. Because we have more thoughts, so I've been shooting a little bit more.
A lot, yeah.
There's been a lot going on, but super blessed, man. What about you?
I felt like this year was really good, honestly. Like, I didn't know what to expect coming into the year because the podcast is honestly one of my number one priorities.
Yeah, same.
So it's not a day that I don't go by without thinking about this.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where we were going to be in the top of the year. But at the end of the year, like where we are today, I feel really good about everything. I feel really good about where I'm at with my family. I feel really good about myself. Like, I learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about how, like, I use tools. So going in back to like my conversations with therapy, I told one of my boys the other day, I'm like, when I went to therapy, I didn't go into it looking to be fixed. I went to therapy looking for tools. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted tools to understand, like, why do I react to certain things this way? Why do I feel this way about that?
It explains so much.
Yeah, like I just wanted tools, and I think I acquired a lot of those tools this year. And then also, I think we had a phenomenal year. Yeah. Like we broke through a lot of the ceilings that I felt, a lot of the restrictions that I felt. I want to shout out to a lot of the people who made some of this possible, that gave us the inspiration, that helped us, whether they know it or not, right? So starting out with Ish, specifically, he was our very first guest this year.
He set it off.
He did.
Like, he started it.
He really did. And I want to shout out to Ish. I also want to shout out to Kieran, a really, really, can y'all help me out with this?
That's where like the really
big. Shout out to Kieran.
If you don't know who Kieran is, man, Kieran is the reason why all this looks so beautiful.
Fact.
The reason why we've been so polished, so well produced, man. I every time I see Kieran, I go, yo, bro, I appreciate you. And I know he looks at me and goes, it's all good, man.
Wait. Full circle. You know how in the beginning of the episode we were saying when we go out with our boyfriends, I don't have to use my brain and my boyfriend just leads. Sometimes, guys, in the beginning of the year, we used to do this all ourselves, the social clips, scheduling, all that. But now, sometimes we just can be talent in here. And Kieran walks in and SaVon's like, tell me what to do, please. And like, he's like, this is a weird analogy, but he's like, the boyfriend. So we could be a little bit more at ease.
Boyfriend.
But that's an honor. You know how I feel about boyfriends. But
honestly though,
that's when we saw the biggest change, when we had him to do like, the uploading and like all the tedious stuff. So
for sure. And also in addition to shouting out Kieran, I want to shout out Stay Busy and Armand.
Yes.
Because that's where we met Kieran.
The credit, yes.
Armand, he was super like supportive and welcoming of us, working alongside him and working with Kieran. So I do want to make sure we give them their credit. Shout out to the Stay Busy podcast, Stay Busy Universe. Shout out to Armand, because outside of his podcast, he's just doing amazing things.
He's killing.
I think he had a really big year. I think he took a really big step forward in his passions. I love seeing people do the things that they love to do. So shout out to Armand for that too. But yeah, like I said, Ish, Kieran, I think those two things that perfect storm, right? Because we didn't know how we wanted to go about things. And we got our first guest. And this was honestly before Ish was doing a lot of press. This was before Ish was doing all these interviews. I think we may have been one of the first that he had done. And people was like, oh shit, let me get him on our podcast, right? So I want to shout out to Kieran. I want to shout out to Ish. I want to shout out to Pierre always. Always want to shout out to Pierre as well.
Like, the most consistent part, like he's the most consistent piece of our puzzle, I feel like.
Absolutely.
Oh, that show was mad cute, right?
It was. It really was.
I'm blushing purple and shit.
Legit. I know like he's taking a bigger role like on air, but none of it has changed how he operates behind the scenes. None of it has changed how he showed up whenever it is that we need anything.
All these ideas as well. Like,
ideas.
Really gets the juices flowing.
And he's just one of those people, like, he just understands what it is to be a part of a team. He understands what it is to say, look, if you need me here, I'm going to be this. Like, there's been times over the years where Pierre has been our photographer. There's been times where Pierre has been our social media editor. There's been times where he's our videographer, when he'll pull up with all the
creative director.
Every single way and shape that we kind of need Pierre to be, he embraces,
Swiss Army knife.
He accepts, and he excels. And this year was another, transformative year where we're like, yo, Pierre, we need you to do this. I know maybe this is not what we introduced you to be, but this is where we need you. This is where we can use you. This is where you can shine.
And he was on camera for the first time this year.
Yes, he
absolutely.
Was. We have more thoughts. Check it out.
Exactly. So I also want to shout out, just Pierre, Kieran, the entire team. I also want to show some love to Crystal. She's no longer with us, but she helped us out. Tanner.
She did.
Shout out to Tanner. Shout out to Tanner. I don't know if we gonna just keep Tanner low, because I know Tanner like to move incognito, but shout out to my guy Tanner. You know what it is. And then also, I don't want to say save the best for last, but I'm biased.
You biased?
I'm a little bit biased.
Why you biased?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
What's up?
I got my baby sister on the team.
Hey, that's a good reason to be biased.
So cute.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's a good reason to be
baby
biased.
sister.
And she has to listen to her big brother talk about sex every week.
I don't know how she does it.
Yeah, I don't know how she
Talk
does
about
it
I don't know
either.
how she does
penises
it.
and erections.
Yeah, she's taking like timestamps. SaVon says he likes to fuck. I know she just be sitting there shaking her head.
Shaking her head, but I'm proud of my sister. She's a part of the team.
Yeah, she's killing
And
it.
she's been killing the time.
killing
She
it.
has.
Yes.
And I also want to give her
She
credit.
write better than you.
Nah, that's
really
a fact
good.
for sure. For
Hey,
sure.
if there's anybody who I'll take that. There's certain things that I'm not
Hey, we can't say
competitive
that.
with.
We can't say that anymore.
I'm not competitive when it comes to my siblings.
Yeah, that's
but-
good though. That's healthy.
She's in the medical field. She has nothing to do with entertainment, media.
Wow.
She jumped on board. She helps us with the timestamps.
Yeah.
She's punctual. Her and Kieran, they got a really good system in place where they kind of make this thing happen. So
Yeah.
I do want to highlight her. I do want to thank her. She's in her last year of college. She's about to head over
Wow.
to Peru
Wow.
to
What?
study and actually be in the field of being a
Wow.
nurse
That's fire.
and working in that space in the hospital for a few weeks.
Congratulations.
So congratulations
That's
to her.
big.
She also
That's
turned
super.
21. So hey, shout out 21 in the building. Yo,
21,
21. So yeah, I want to
what's
shout out
up.
my baby sister too. Again, it's a lot of moving parts to this podcast.
For sure.
There's a lot of people that make this thing go. And so I know we kind of started out with some of the people, the external people, but I did want to make sure that we mentioned the internal.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important because a lot of people, when they buy tickets to our mixers or when they see our artwork or when they just click and listen to the Need to Know podcast,
Mhm.
they see Alex, SaVon, and Regi.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
But there is so much more
For real.
to just Alex, SaVon, and Regi
Yeah.
that make this thing go.
Mhm.
And again, Regi, before I pass this off, quick rundown. I also want to shout out Steven, our graphic designer.
Shout out to Steven.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
He's
Steven.
lit at the mixer.
Steven, he
Oh,
pulled
yeah.
up. He
lit at the
was
mixer.
super lit.
My guy.
He flew from LA.
Yeah,
He came all the way from
love.
LA just to turn
But
up
that
with
should
us.
be worth it, though.
That was
Come to our
love.
mixer, guys.
For sure, absolutely. So shout out to Steven.
And Jerica.
Jerica as well.
Jerica, thank you so much, man. Jerica helps us a lot internally here. Helps us answer a lot of emails. Me
She
and
be doing all the
SaVon.
cool shit for us.
Yeah.
But it's half and half, man, because we had the task of trying to be talent and then answer emails, do this and that. She helps us with a ton of that on that side. So
Yeah.
For sure.
definitely don't want to forget
I would
Jerica.
definitely say, like, when we came back in the summer, the biggest difference, and I literally said this to SaVon. I don't know if I said it in the chat to you guys or SaVon separately, but you could just tell, like, the morale was so much higher. Like,
It
we were
was.
so much more active in the group chat.
Yep.
If we needed to record on a Saturday, we wouldn't be like, like, we would be like, okay, like, let's do it. Like, and so that was, like, the biggest difference, and it was just clear as day. Like, shit just, like, felt different.
Yeah, it's a real nice flow.
Yeah.
And also, before we continue to kind of wrap up some of the things we're appreciative of, I also want to give a really, really big shout out to Full Court Studio,
Yeah.
our home, our podcast home.
Thank y'all.
We actually had a transition this year. We went from our old studio to the current studio.
Mhm.
And this studio is owned by Mandy. Mandy
shout out
B
to
of
Mandy, yo.
Horrible Decisions. See, the
Yup.
thing is,
Mhm.
executive producer of Can't Afford Therapy podcast. So
Yeah.
I do also want to shout out to her,
Yeah.
her amazing staff, the people that make this thing go each and every week. They're on time, the cameras.
Yes. Cam, Courtney.
Cam,
y'all.
Courtney, yes, thank
Thank
y'all.
y'all.
Like
Every
Thank
week.
y'all.
it's a lot. It's not easy,
Yeah.
man. This
It's
shit
not.
is not easy at all. So
I know we be driving Ken crazy.
yeah, I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Sorry,
brother.
Cam.
I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yo, Cam, I do it on purpose.
He's back here laughing. He
Nah,
said-
he knows. I know he thinks I'm a dickhead.
That's my guy.
Like Cam, I know you know.
Cam
Like
is-
it's okay. I
Cam is
fuck with
great.
you because you show up every single week
Yeah.
and you do exactly what you're supposed to do. So shout out to you. Shout out to everybody who makes this thing go.
For real.
And yeah, like I think it's super important to just acknowledge the people behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Because the shit is not easy. I know there's a lot of people who want to get into podcasts, who want to get into creating content.
Mm.
And one of the things that I'll say, and then I want to pass it off to Regi, is you need a team, and you need to be not selfish but selfless. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people see the people in front of the camera, and y'all think, "Yo, it's time to just be selfish. It's all about me." But that's not the case here. So, shout out to y'all, man. I think we had a really amazing year.
Yeah, you have to know how to be a team member.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes it go around. But also, I mean, SaVon, I loved your, sentimental speech. I love that type of shit. But you forgot the most important piece.
Say it.
I know I said it was Pierre. I'm sorry, Pierre. I'm gonna take it away from you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people who tune in every day, the listeners. Like literally, we cannot do this without. I know what all you guys can see are the YouTube numbers, and those are what they are. But literally, the audio numbers are going crazy.
Yeah.
So that is what really represents us, guys. And you guys have been showing out all year.
Every single person that even left a hate comment. I promise you, I salute you and I thank you, man.
Fuck it, leave it. Yeah.
I mean, and that too, I guess.
But
for
it's more engagement.
Nah, it's like, if they left a hate comment, nigga,
listen, even if you left a hate comment, that means some here provoked you enough to want to leave something here. And I salute you for it. Thank you to everybody that showed love, the new listeners and the old listeners. We've been doing this a few years now, and I'm just appreciative of everything. Yeah. Everything. Everybody.
And I think this is the first year they held us accountable too.
Thank you for holding us accountable.
Yeah. There was a lot of pushback.
Thank you for holding us accountable. Like, again, I think a lot of the times, you see, we like to entertain here. So people may assume that we take a lot of this stuff interpersonally. I'm just grateful to be in this space to entertain y'all. And I'm glad that you like to listen to us. Real shit, man. I'm super grateful, man. We used to be in college trying to depict how this could get, and to see where it is 5 years later now. I appreciate every single one of y'all, even if you hate a nigga. Salute, man. Real shit.
Fuck you.
Yeah, but bro, we've been through worse, man. That shit ain't nothing, man. We've been through way worse. That shit ain't nothing.
I see some listeners. I recognize the names. They comment every single week for the past like 3 years. Like we see you guys. Okay,
them so much. Thank you, man. Thank you. It means a lot for real.
It does. It really does. It truly does. And honestly, there's nothing that I would rather be doing with the people that I'm doing it with each and every single week. And, you know, I just want to continue to grow. And also I want to shout out to the people who did want to be a guest on the podcast. So I do want to shout out Elliot Wilson. I know Elliot,
for sure.
At the time of us recording this, he just put us on his page. Maybe it wasn't favorable in the things that we said, but it's all in competition, it's all in love, and it's all in honesty too. You know what I'm saying? Like, as the next wave of people, or just people who are fans of this space, we're gonna be objective. We're gonna be honest, and we can also, like, two things can be true, right? I said this word a lot this year: duality. Like, I can say, hey, I wasn't a fan of this, but also thank you for, you know, being a part of this and seeing the vision and supporting and coming on this platform. So I want to shout out Elliot Wilson. Obviously, I want to shout out, we said Ish, J1.
Yeah, J1.
J1 got a real big year. I see it. I see
popping off right now, man.
I see it. Like, J1's going crazy. Shout out J1. Shout out Nyla Simone.
Yeah, big Nyla Simone.
Shout out to Big Nyla.
Not the little one.
Eden. Yeah. Eden, yo, shout out to Eden too.
Bro, that was my favorite episode we've ever shot in my entire life. Because go to that episode on YouTube, and all the top comments are about how amazing and pretty I am. No, I'm kidding. Literally, like, that one is like, I'm so proud of that episode. It was just, all of us were just having so much fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
One of, like, my favorite personalities. Like, I said it to him.
I just love him.
We fucking love that.
He's a good dude. Shout out to Eden. When you meet good dudes, you got to tell them.
Yeah,
when you meet good people, man.
Absolutely. And he gotta come back next mixer.
Oh, for sure.
He has to come back next mixer.
Killed the mixer, man.
And also, he didn't have to come through. Like, he's already a big pod person. He just came just to help us, you know? Like,
salute him,
yeah. So shout out to Eden for sure. Everybody who came on the pod, like I said.
Salute to Joe.
Nyla and Joe. Also,
Joe came twice.
Of course. Joe pulled up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Which, again, and I don't even want to get too sentimental. I know we running over time. Yo, Mandy built me. I'm sorry. I'm going over. But even for something like that, is super full circle. It's one of those moments for myself personally where a lot of people got a chance to or be introduced to me through my affiliation with Joe.
Yeah.
And for him to look at our podcast and say, hey, it's worth my time. A lot of people in that regard. And I know some people might look at this and be like, oh, it's kind of strange, it's kind of weird. But even in the same breath, I want to shout out Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Because Charlamagne went on his podcast, right?
And literally shout us out.
Yo, shout out to his
and that shit set it off, not gonna lie.
Nah, shout out to his op. Shout out to the nigga op. I fuck with his op. Like, nigga, I made it. Like, shout out to Charlamagne too.
Shout out to Andrew.
You know, I think Charlamagne, he didn't have to go on his podcast, which is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to.
Right.
Honestly, it is my favorite podcast to listen to. So shout out to the brilliant idiots. And they went on a podcast this year and they shouted us out. And I think that had a domino effect of people coming over here, fucking with us, listening to us.
Yeah,
so yeah, it was just an amazing year altogether, man. Like,
absolutely.
We had so many ups, so many downs, but the highs, they just fucking overseeded the lows.
I started off this year so down, but they had us in the first half. And then in April, it's been up since, and I will just never forget how I felt. It got so bad to where I would say like really concerning things, and then John would like sign me up for therapy. He signed me up for like BetterHelp.com.
That's real though.
No, yeah, but
that's so real.
But then we made a turnaround. Everything came together, and I cannot be happier with literally everything in my life. I'm so grateful for you guys, everybody listening, the men sitting next to me, the men in there. Everything is lit. So happy, so grateful. Life is amazing.
Nah, that's lit, man.
I agree. I can't wait to see y'all in the new year. I don't know when this is gonna come out, but regardless, y'all know the message.
Know the vibes.
Y'all know how we feel.
This oh my God, it's really the end of the year. What the hell?
Yeah, shit crazy.
It is.
Thanks for laughing.
And thank y'all.
It was a good year.
And also Alex and Reggie, I want to thank y'all.
I was low-key waiting.
I was about to get to it.
No. And SaVon, he said this like 4 times. Like, he was like, and I almost forgot. And I thought he was gonna talk about me.
Yeah, we gotta salute Reggie though. Real shit, man.
Yeah.
Reggie's been able to
It's been over 2 years.
Yeah, but you figured out your footing along the way. Again, this cast.
Oh my gosh.
This cast was a cast of 4. In the beginning of the year, and you still figured out a way to be as impactful, insightful, and just funny, man.
I definitely had to learn because don't. You can go back to the earlier episodes to laugh, but I was terrible. Definitely, guys, watch the first episode.
Really?
Like, that's
what you think? I thought you was terrible.
I don't think I was terrible. I definitely wasn't an entertaining Potter. I was just very like on some of my journalist shit.
But I mean, that's just a learning curve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get in a new space, you figure out how it's being done, and then you add your own sauce to it, And you definitely have done that, man. We salute you. We see it in the comments all the time, man. Thank you for being here with us. It means a lot because we be wailing.
And thank you for being consistent.
Yeah.
Thank you for being dedicated.
Word.
Thank you for taking all of the criticism. Like, no, legit. It's not easy because when you're a journalist, like one of the things that I really enjoyed about writing is that I was just a name on the page. I was just a name on a website. I was just a name on a hyperlink, right? Like people didn't really associate it with the person. They just saw the name and they got the information and they read what they read. They either liked it, they didn't like it, they didn't have an opinion, but they read it, right?
And on a pod, like your personality and your face is like just all you can bring, like
Exactly. So I want to thank you for accepting that challenge, taking on that challenge, rocking with the podcast, sticking through the podcast, through the thick, through the thin, on air, behind the scenes, personally, like you have been a tremendous, not just, I don't even want to say addition, just a friend.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is so true. We're actually real life besties, guys.
You really have been a tremendous friend. And I want to say thank you. I love you.
Oh,
love you, gang.
That's so cute.
Reggie the GOAT.
That's
love
all
you guys
I say.
too. Love you
gang.
guys for holding it down. I'm gonna try to wrap up my speech because I feel like they're looking at us like, guys.
I don't care.
But yeah,
I'm gonna just tell Mandy send me an invoice.
No,
bro.
yeah. I mean, this happened because you guys asked me to be part of it, so I'll be nothing without you guys.
Yeah, no.
Always holding it down.
Not at all.
Always leading, both of you, being 2 strong men to really power this when times got rough. And encouraging me and being patient with me, being a sucky Potter. And Alex hates when I say that. He hates when I say this about myself.
Self-degradation. What's the word?
I never do that self-deprecating shit, but I just be like, I mean, I've had some bad episodes.
We all gotta grow, and all of us have. And that's not a slight to anybody. And again, Alex,
gang,
my guy, I need you to hopefully. I want.
Watch this, y'all. I know what they're gonna say. What? I need you to go to Miami for 3 weeks.
No. Fuck Miami. I just need you to rest.
All right.
Oh, you were almost right though.
I know.
Yeah.
I know my guy.
I thought he was gonna give you a sentimental speech.
No, believe it or not, man, I find rest within work. It's weird, but
like your routine is where you feel the most relaxed.
I promise you, I do, yo. It's when I'm moving around, shaking and moving. I got a homie, right? He works for me, right? And he's been traveling a lot for work. And he did 2-3 trips, and he came back. He's like, you know what, man? I'm not going nowhere else, man. I'm tired. and that's me. Like, I don't like that shit don't really relax me.
Well, whatever rest looks like for you. My definition of rest may look different for you.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just know somebody who's been as consistent as you.
Salute.
As reliable as you.
Salute,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want that for the people that I love.
Thank you,
know what
brother.
I'm saying?
Love you
so
too,
whatever
everybody
rest,
needs it, Alex.
Yeah, whatever rest looks like that's all I want. That's all I was gonna say. It don't gotta be in Miami. Like, I just want you to be like, I bet I can show up as the rested version of myself. That's it.
I appreciate that. I just always want to show up for us.
And you do.
And I will find a way to incorporate that.
That's love.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
I certainly have. And like Reggie said,
you too, man. Come on now.
No, he good. He has 2 trips booked.
You done came a long way, brother.
Long way.
I mean, you know,
Never
real shit, bro. You do a very good job over here with us, man. Real talk. We all figure out ways to get better, and you also figure out a way to lead. We'll lead together, but you also find a way to be like, all right, cool. Let's do this as a team.
Yeah.
Let's take this here. Let's take this there. All of your innovative thoughts, we really salute it, man. Real talk, man. And
facts,
bro. Like, even mentally, man, I see it changing. You know, I've known you for a very long time now, man. And it's every year I get a different SaVon.
Yeah,
literally.
And this just might be my best version.
Hey, I ain't mad at that. I'll take it. Look, we doing real good.
Shit, man.
We doing great.
Yeah, bro. Love you, dog. Like, you're really doing it, man. And I salute you, bro.
I feel like, okay, so I feel like I bring like the camaraderie. Like, I'll be in the chat like, oh my gosh, I love you guys. I'm so proud of us. Pierre and Karen, we talked about you guys. We love it. You know, we know what you bring, the technical and all that stuff. Alex is like the rock, the constant, just like the rock, you know, the reliable one. And SaVon is very like passionate, obsessive about need to know, and we need that, you know, because I'm not exactly like that, you know, but we need someone like SaVon.
That's why it's a team.
It's a big old happy family.
It's a nice conglomerate.
Yeah, conglomerate. That's the word.
Like, this has been an amazing year. It's been an amazing episode.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what this new year holds for us. Again, and like Reggie said, thank you. Especially, I always like to say this. If you made it this far in the podcast, there is no fucking reason that you shouldn't be subscribed.
We're being nice to them.
You shouldn't like anything. But even if you aren't subscribed, even if you don't like the podcast, I appreciate you making it this far into it. So with that being said, we're going to take this thing on out outside of this year.
For real.
I wish I had I'm going to put up a glass for all of us.
Hey.
Put up a glass for all of us.
Nice little toast.
Yeah.
Some zero
nice
sugar Snapple.
We appreciate y'all.
Empty water bottle.
And with that being said, it is the Need to Know podcast for one final time in the year of 2023. We hope all of you accomplish everything that it is that your heart desires, that you find the love of your life, and that you hate the person that you hate. Keep hating.
I like that.
Keep hating them.
I like that one.
Keep
they might have did something to you.
Fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Gangster. They might have
Need to Know podcast is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. God willing, we will see y'all in the new year. Peace out, y'all.
Salute.